Let me put it here and chat the address.
You did not text chat.
Hmm.
Or is it not in the group chat? Okay, all right.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to meet us.
I will most likely be there.
Okay. I will be there. I'm gonna leave as soon as I'm done with this call at 2:30. I'll leave and go.
All right, sweet. See you all.
Bye. Have a great rest of the day. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen this, you definitely,
Yeah.
when you walk in, you're just gonna be like, oh my God. If you're available, come, we're meeting for a tour at the Russell Innovation Center for Entrepreneurs at 3 p.m. Okay. All right, welcome, welcome, welcome to the call. Okay, hello everyone and welcome. Y'all know this is my Georgia Tech Day. So I am here at Georgia Tech. I'm gonna give me one more minute. I have some of my founders that are going to be meeting me at the Russell Center. Let me send them some information, and hello to my new stakeholders that are part of the Russell Center that are joining the call. Okay. All right. Okay, thank y'all for joining today. So I'm actually always excited to be here with you. And let me bring up my notes, my folder for Georgia, so we can talk about the great things going on in the great state of Georgia. One of the things that I want you all to understand here in Georgia is we have plenty of money. We have plenty of opportunities. If you want to play at the federal level, you are more than welcome to play at the federal level, but you do not have to play at the federal level. I am going to be leading some opportunities in Henry County to help you understand how to do business with Henry County. And I've also been awarded an opportunity, a contract with an airport to teach you how to do business with the airport. So I'm really excited about that. And all those announcements will be on my LinkedIn. So again, we have about 200 people that sign up for these calls, and y'all that show up. I'm here. I know I haven't been posting it on LinkedIn because y'all are too busy right now. I have a lot going on. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But again, I'm here for y'all. So if you have questions, again, everything is about relationships. Let me tell you something. Here at Georgia Tech, we just had Laura Hodgson here. Laura Hodgson is the co-founder with Stacey Abrams for, let me show you her, and Dr. Karen, for NowCorp. They have now done $1 billion in, I guess it's payments out or invoices. I remember meeting her in 2014. I met you in 2014. And so listen to her presentation because I'm here with the stakeholders. Then I went to her afterwards, waited in line and told her I met her. I know my story, quick. And hey, I provide technical assistance. This is what I do for small business. Oh my gosh, you need to email me, call me. They will give you their personal cell phone numbers when they know you're interested. They're interested in what you do. That's why your pitch is important. What you do is important. How you do it, how you show up, all of that is important. We have plenty of business in the great state of Georgia. So you know what I like to do? Let's go in here and let's look at Georgia Procurement Registry. Okay, let's look at the registry. Where are my glasses at, y'all? I know I need my glasses. I think I took my glasses. Let's look at the Georgia Procurement Registry and see what's out there. And again, if you don't see an opportunity out here, it doesn't mean that they're not procuring it. It doesn't mean that they're not purchasing it, okay? Because one of the things I want to get away from is they're only awarding 2% of contracts to minority businesses. Y'all have to bid. You're not bidding on the contract. So really the challenge is if you're not bidding, you're not going to be awarded. So if you don't see an opportunity here, but you're like, man, I've lived in this county, I've served in this county, here's someplace where I believe I can add value, you can set up a meeting with the procurement department. Okay, our state dollars, our tax dollars pay for these government state employees' jobs. So you can set up an appointment, okay? So as we go here and looking at procurement, okay, I'm at the Georgia Procurement website, okay? And if you've never been, I'm gonna drop this in the chat. Okay, welcome. Thank y'all for these recordings with your autopilots. Excuse me, I appreciate that. All right, so I know I'm here, so I'm stuck on one computer. All right. I like to come in and search. Okay. And I just sent out a dozen or so opportunities to clients just this week. So again, you're looking pickleball courts. So here's the thing. Let's think through this, right? So we know City of Commerce, I don't even know what City of Commerce is. We know that they have pickleball courts coming. Now, I don't know about you. I know how to play pickleball. I actually really enjoy pickleball. But if they have pickleball coming, what else may come along with that? And look at what they're doing. They are going to rebuild tennis courts. They're going to put 6 pickleball courts at the American Veterans Park. How can you add any type of value? If you've ever played pickleball, you might be thinking like, oh, we could add value in this way. So again, thinking about the ways that you can add value, you can actually go to these pre-conference meetings. Are they going to need any marketing around the new courts? Are they going to need any opportunities? Are they going to do any tournaments? So I play pickleball out in, I think it's Griffin. They take it seriously. Like they actually have real tournaments. Like I won a t-shirt once that was signed by somebody. I was like, I don't even want it. This is a big thing. They actually have concessions there. So again, thinking through what are the other things that they're going to need. So a couple of weeks ago, they were procuring, I think it was Georgia State University, for marketing videos. They needed someone to do the videos. And then guess what? They put out an RFP later for a company to market the videos. So again, y'all got to think outside this box. Okay, don't be stuck in the box. They have an elementary school edition, replacement of flooring out in Henry County. So again, remember, if it's out here, this is over $100,000, right? Because I taught you, I live in Henry. If it's out here for Henry, it's over 100,000. We only procure things and put it on the procurement registry if it's over $100,000. I don't know what the city of Atlanta is. Let's see what the Dean 2406 is, 124. Okay. Department of Enterprise and Asset Management, qualified contractors to provide design, management, labor, materials, and a lot of different things. And again, if there are offers conferences, you can show up. So I know I have my virtual assistant, Deborah, here. Deborah, you don't know who needs assistance, but you're showing up, you're showing up, you're showing up, you're showing up. Again, it's part of your business development. You all should have a business development plan in place. Okay, you should, and that might be, hey, I'm going to attend two meetings or 3 meetings a week. This is what I do. I'm making connections. I'm building relationships. Well, 3 times 4 is 12 times, we have 12 months. Then, look at how many contacts that you're making a year. Okay, 144. What else is out here? Furniture, upgrade, systems, technology. And again, yes, this is what we're doing. We're just coming out and we're seeing what's out here. But remember, it may or may not be procured what you're offering. It doesn't mean that you can't put out an opportunity. And you can go in here and search. Okay, you can go in here and search. Let's just search administrative. Let's see what might be out here. Administrative vehicles, administrative building, writing administrative related. So I just sent a grant services RFQ to someone that connected with me on LinkedIn. If you do grant and related services, okay, brokerage and third-party administrative services for health and welfare benefits. So this is someone that does insurance brokering, if you know anybody in the insurance space. But they're looking at RFQ in Baldwin, and then there's a request for, they could be qualifications or a proposal, and then grant writing and related services for City of Griffin. Let's check it out, because you may be able to go find someone that does this on LinkedIn and say, hey, we'd love an opportunity to be a project manager or an admin or a virtual assistant or an assistant, okay, on this opportunity. So here's the solicitation package. So here's the RFQ notice. It says 2025. Let's see, that popped up. And let's look at it. And again, thank y'all for joining. So here's what it is. Information for evaluation. This is not a request for retainer services. Immediate planning calls for services to assist with the preparation and administration of the CDBG, Community Development Block Grant Project for water, sewer, and drainage improvements, project by project basis. And this is the information and qualifications. Okay, so if you're ever looking like, hey, what are the qualifications? And here's the interim planning and development director. So interim. So they actually are looking probably for a planning and development director, because we were looking for one in McDonough for a long time, and we finally hired somebody. Okay, you can look at the solicitation package from 2022. Okay. All right, some of the mandatory Section 3. I've talked about Section 3 if you've heard me talk about certification. Section 3 is part of HUD. When Dr. Ben Carson was in the secretary of HUD, he talked a lot about Section 3, the way that it was supposed to operate, where residents were supposed to be chosen by any of the general contractors, construction companies, anyone coming to do work. They were supposed to hire the residents, train them up so that the residents could, cycle out of the communities. But this is a Section 3 preference. I was a Section 3 company, meaning I used to hire people that were, part of, HUD Section 3. They lived in scattered housing and things like that. So you can look at some of this employment and training, youth, build programs. So again, solicitation, overview, and instructions for contractors. Here's your Section 3 compliance. So again, these are all things to look at on the Georgia Procurement Registry. Okay. Another thing I want to talk about today, I like talking about certifications. You don't have to pay people thousands of dollars to help you get certified because all they're doing is uploading your paperwork. The DBE program is my absolute favorite program because this program is an interstate program. It's the easiest to get certified in pretty much any state that you want. You just submit paperwork or the letter from your home state. But I wanted to look through some of the program information. Actually, I was trying to get you all to the application. So depending on where you are in the state of Georgia, you either go through MARTA or you're going to go through DOT for the certification in the process. Anybody can be certified, but there is a methodology attached to it, and there are different documents that will be required. Okay, so there's a certification link that you can do through MARTA, or there's one that you can do through DOT. You also can look through the directory link. Now, don't, spam people, but there is a way that you can market to other DBEs. Now, here they go. See look how they do DBE directory, Georgia. But it literally is the entire list of disadvantaged businesses. Okay, and it's literally a link on their website, but you can check out the certifications and the information. Here we go. We can find DBEs in Georgia. Okay, and nobody wants to give us the page. Let's see here if we can find it. Now, this company here is CE&I. They are a Florida-based company. They are paid, I believe their contract is $250,000 to provide DBE services, training, all of this at no charge to you. So if you don't have a capability statement, if you're like on this call with me, you're like, oh my gosh, Montina, I don't have a clue about the DBE certification. Their job, please make them earn their money. Their job is to provide supportive services for you and for me. Now, I don't use them just because I've kind of learned some things about myself with the DBE, but you can register for the classes for DBEs. Okay, they have training. Like I said, there's events that are going to come up. They must have just recently probably had a symposium here in Georgia, but there are different symposiums. This is Mrs. Kimberly King. She's phenomenal. I've actually met with her. So there are a lot of opportunities. There are also opportunities where, like right now, there's a public involvement, public engagement. Every single DOT opportunity has some sort of public engagement or public involvement attached to it. Let me show you what that looks like. Public involvement, DOT, Georgia. Let's see if we can pull it up. And they all have a public involvement plan. Okay. I don't want the public, here we go, public engagement workshops. Again, this is Department of Transportation. There are a lot of opportunities with the DOT, Department of Transportation. As a DBE, you may or may not have opportunities with DOT, but you may or may not have opportunities with other DBEs. That's why I kind of just try to show you all of the information. So while that's coming up, just to make it a little bit more practical, there are opportunities for you to learn more about what's going on in Georgia as it relates to your network and your leadership. So most people don't know about the georgiaacademy.org, but it's for economic development, where they bring educators, businesses, community leaders, elected officials together to understand the impact of leadership, community, and economic development within Georgia communities. So here's the thing. Let's look at some of the recent graduates, okay? Southern Crescent Technical College, Georgia Power, City of Centerville, County Government Commission, Southern Rivers Energy, Development Authority. See, this is where the money is. Construction companies, Valdosta, Commissioner Sherry Washington, Board of Commissioners. So these are commissioners. So these are people, if you're in government, if you're in construction, especially if you guys are running construction traditional companies, you want to be where these type of people are, because these are people that are making decisions, and there are people that are in powerful positions. Okay, so those are just some that I wanted to show you. City of Morrow. And guess what? The best part here is they have their LinkedIn right here. So you can easily say, hey, I found you in Georgia Academy for Economic Development. I'm thinking of registering for a session, and, you know, just wanted to make sure I was connected. Something simple. And then here's some of the topics that they have: Housing 101, Traditional Economic Development, Essentials, you know, Georgia municipal associations and things like that. So these are things, again, I want to show you, because I'm going to open it up for questions here in a second. Some of the things that I'm shifting to is I'm not shifting, but I want to make sure I'm certain. Certifications, y'all know I'm big on certifications, community, building connections, being involved in our community, sitting on boards. I'm going to run I'm going into public office next year. I'm running for office next year. Community connections, certifications, and what else am I missing? I wrote it down on my form, because I was in a class and I said, uh-oh, it's getting serious, y'all. Oh, and contracts. We have to bid on the contracts and build these businesses. So I am getting ready to do some work with former SBA employee, Ms. Paula Watts, who's absolutely amazing. So again, you know, I believe in certifications, these contracts, connections, and building community. But again, every community has to have these public engagements. It's a series, the workshops, but they're doing in-person public involvement between April and July. I posted it on my LinkedIn. So if you see it there, oh, here it is, workshops overview. They're talking about how to get involved. Let's see if you can come here. Oh, you might still be able to register. So if this is something that you think you might be interested in, and again, remember, it may or may not be that you're doing the work with DOT, but you could be doing work with people in the room. But let's look at this. This is one I think that a lot of people are, I don't want to help with this, go away, missing right now, in terms of, again, some of you get confused, like, what do I do? What can I do? Got to figure this out. So these are ways to engage transportation practitioners on ways to deliver opportunities for meaningful public engagement, as well as community leaders, members of the public, on the transportation decision-making processes and how stakeholders can ensure their voices are heard. Stakeholders are their citizens. So these are sessions, and they're gonna have small group activities. Okay, I love those because I get to connect with the people in the room and connect with the people at the table. So they're gonna learn how their involvement can make a difference in the transportation system in their communities, how to effectively engage in transportation decisions, promote equity and civil rights and projects, and build strong partnerships with the community leaders. And guess what? These are paid opportunities, y'all, okay? Public involvement, public engagement, these are not things you're doing for free. Learn how to do this, okay? Learn how to do this. And I'm so happy that they have this open where you can register if you're available for this meeting, okay? Let me see if I showed you everything I wanted to. And again, the events with CE&I, sign up for their trainings and their resources. And if you're not certified, again, their job, that's their job. They get $250,000 just from Georgia, and they have like 6 or 10 contracts, but their job is to help you to get certified. And they are actually a non-DBE company. So that's kind of something I'll say about that. All right. Okay, I'm going to open it up for questions. Thank y'all for joining me each week. I know I need to put some more information out there on LinkedIn, but I'm here, y'all. It's on your calendar. I'm here. Okay, yeah, Deborah, I don't know where Commerce is. There's some cities. Remember, we have 153 counties, 500 plus cities. I used to that number. Oh, I'm amazing. Thank you. Okay, awesome. Okay, cool. All right, what questions do y'all have for me? What questions do you have? Let me see what else I can share. And then I'm going to give you guys some information about this CreateX program, because it's a great program here, something that you guys need to know about. There are a lot of different programs here in in Atlanta. Oh, hey, Tatia. Hello, hello.
Hello. Again, thank you so much for your time and just amazing resources. I truly, truly appreciate you.
You're so welcome.
Just wanted to ask you with the I know if you go through the Department of Transportation, you could do the I guess you have to start with the DBE and then you could do the MBE, right? The minority.
Okay, so no. So they're two
Okay.
totally different ones. Maybe I'll do a session on that. So think
Okay.
about this. Your DOT is your it's through it's a state certification, but it's federal, but it's a state certification. You don't
Mm-hmm.
it's not an either or, it's an and. You can do them at the same time. So with DOT, the DBE is actually the most difficult certification. It requires the most paperwork. So it's
Oh,
literally just, yeah, let me pull it up here real quick. And Robert, I see you. And then the MBE is for corporate opportunities. So if you're going corporate, that's when
okay.
you're going to do your here's what I was looking for. Here's the application. Let me see if it's coming up. Good
Yeah, I thought
question.
it was two that went together, so maybe I'm mixing them up. I know it was DBE and
ACDBE.
something.
ACDBE. So you
Okay.
can check the box. In airport concessions, we should all have that box checked, even if you're not um you're not product based, you don't have a product with your company, because
Okay.
think about it, there now, like you see chiropractors, barbers, you could have a little kiosk. You don't know how you'll pivot your company. Even for me,
Right.
teaching now was natural because I have a degree in education. I was a middle school teacher, but I really didn't
Okay.
know that I would be teaching people business after doing it for many, many years. So you just always check it. It's easier to have it than to go back and get it. And then I'm hoping
Okay.
the DBE application, let me see if a DBE application for Georgia will show. Oh, here it is. Here's the application. I knew I had it. I had it teed up, y'all. So here, because I looked at it. I taught a certification class at my chamber. So, and then the MBE is through GMSDC, which is the Georgia Minority Supplier Development Council. Okay, so that one is through them. All right, DBE.
Okay.
And give me just a second, Georgia. I'm gonna see if it could be because I'm here on there. Okay, here it is. Could be coming up slow just because I'm on Georgia Tech server. Just could be slow. So we'll see if it pops up, and then I can show you what the application looks like.
Okay. Yeah. And one of my questions, well, I had always, when I thought it was the MBE, that they wanted you to be at certain income levels before going for that. Have you heard that? Or is
There
that
are
your
some
experience?
certifications when they want you to be like more than 2 years in business. Certain,
Mm-hmm.
like 8A, you don't want to go for unless you already
Right.
have the relationships. MBE, no, I don't remember that it is. And it could be because I got certified. I was already in business for 4 years before I was ever certified. So it
Okay.
could be. There
Okay.
could be some. Now I know you can't be over a certain revenue for the DBE, economically disadvantaged women owned small business. I have friends that can't qualify on the government level because of income requirements. On the
Wow.
corporate level, it doesn't matter. Magic Johnson, do y'all know Magic Johnson is an MBE? He is a certified MBE. Did y'all know?
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yes, Magic Johnson is a certified MBE, y'all. Yes, Kathy Hughes, Radio One, certified MBE. So this isn't coming up here. See if the link will come up there for you. And like I said, next week I can walk you through a DBE application. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much for your
You're
time.
so welcome. All right. Hey, Robert.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you? You know what? I have not posted the recordings. I'll post them up on YouTube and put the link in here because it does record automatically, so I can do that.
Yeah, that would
I'm
be awesome. And once again,
okay.
thank you for, I mean, like everybody's sentiment, thank you for doing this. This is great. And it's given me a whole new view of going after government and contracts and grants.
Good,
So,
good. Well, I'm glad. I'm here. Oh, I got this up for Tati. You know what? I am here to support y'all. I know it's like, why Montina just doing this night, selling on not if y'all need a website, you better call me. That's about all we do. But I mean, I'm going into local politics because my city has a $79 million budget, and I'm not building this company anymore, but I want access to opportunities. But everyone makes it so difficult, and it's not. It's not that difficult.
yep.
All right,
Um,
Robert, how can I help?
well, how can I help you? There are a few people that I introduced you to on LinkedIn I don't know if you connected with him, but you guys have like minds. But what can I do to help you?
You know, I'm actually good. I'm not taking new clients, but like I said, if there are businesses that just need websites on the traditional side, that I have a full team, and that's all we do on the traditional side. Other than that, nope. And you have been sending me those intros. It's funny because you know what? I'm going to tell you guys a story. So one time I did that, what you do, Robert. I kind of sent a cold introduction, and the lady was so rude. She unconnected me on, removed her connection on LinkedIn, and she sent me this nasty email. She was like, no, that's not how you do introductions. And I was like, I didn't realize there was a right and wrong way to do introductions, but just be mindful, y'all. Just kind of a lesson learned that some people don't like cold introductions. And I had introduced her, Robert, to give you an idea. It was the head of global supplier diversity for the largest company in that space, $26 billion company. And the woman wanted to put her on her podcast. Like, this was a real connection. And the lady was just like, eh. And even the supplier diversity professional was like, what happened? And I'm like, I don't know. So, but I don't mind it. I don't mind cold connections, but I'm just saying, like, some people are very particular about that.
So when you say
Yeah.
co-connections, what's the best way to, because there are some people that are in the space that you're in terms of government contracts and federal contracts that I think might be a good connection for you. For instance, and there was somebody that you had met before. It turns out, what's the best way to filter people to find the right people to connect with you?
So typically the way it's supposed to happen is you should reach out to me and say, hey, I would like to introduce you to such and such. I might think that there would be a good connection there. And then that would be the proper way to do it. But I mean, you're a professional, And so Latoya to introduce me. Hey, Latoya, we need to see if there's any events in the procurement for you. But for me, I will tell you that typically when I'm connected to people, it's better if they just kind of connect with me on LinkedIn, because most of the time people want to have these conversations. I don't do any JVs or teaming or anything like that. My big thing is really the best way is just to bring them here to our connection call, because this is, when I get people that are like, hey, what do I sat with a coffee connection from a former council member in my city, and he's like, what do you do? And I said, was it not clear on LinkedIn? He's like, oh, I really didn't look at your LinkedIn. What are we doing here?
Okay, got it.
Yeah, but no, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for asking. And with that, did you have anything else, Robert?
No, that's I just like all the information that you give. And it's a lot of information, and so I'd love to be able to have the recording and kind of go through it where I can follow along and
Okay.
that way. So
Okay.
that was the question.
Okay, I would do that. Let me look here real quick. Thanks, Robert. So
You're welcome.
I want to show you all what you'll need from the DBE. And these are, look, 2003. This stuff is old, okay? It's antiquated. This is ridiculous, but it is what it is. So to give you an idea, these are the things you'll need for your applicants: resume, personal financial statements, personal tax returns past 3 years. If you don't, it says if you're doing it. So this is probably for your first application. You just will do a no change affidavit and upload your taxes when you're doing your renewal each year. So that's why I always say, when y'all have these partnerships and you connected with other people, y'all are naked in front of each other, because you will need their personal tax returns. You maybe need their spouse's personal tax returns. So you need to make sure people are comfortable with that. Proof of ownership, your signed loan agreements, any loans that you have, real estate that you have. And again, this is on the business side: equipment, construction equipment, if you have it, documented proof of transfer. So there is a lot of information: bank authorization, signatory cards, schedule of salaries. So like if you're running payroll, you'll need all of that, trust agreements. And again, this comes in, my family, actually, my grandmother's has a trust set up. So this would come in if not for my recertification, but initially setting a lot of this up. And then again, your corporations, LLCs. Here's a tip for you. And this is on both the corporate side and also on the state side or federal side. If it's not applicable, you need a document that just says not applicable. You just need a sheet of paper, type it up at the top, because I ran into some hiccups early on getting certified. Like, this is just not applicable, not applicable. And, of course, you can't get anyone on the phone most of the time. And then one person was like, oh, we just put a sheet of paper and just not applicable and sign it. That's it. That's it. So if you don't have, shareholders agreement, then you don't have it. You can't make up things you don't have. Okay, so you'd put shareholders agreement not applicable for our corporation or our company, and then sign it and date it and upload that to the database. And I believe, depending on your state in Georgia, you might have to submit paper documents, which is ridiculous, but that's just what they do. So I'm at my time, y'all. And so that right there, Latoya, I just sent in our link, was just all about, I'm doing the CreateX program. It's not that it's the former demo day, but our founders will be doing a demo day, but you all can sign up for some information about the program. It's called CreateX. I'm a coach down here with this program. The founders in the last 10 years have done over $26 billion. Like, these are companies that have gone public. Like, these kids down here are smart. Okay, these are some smart founders. All right, y'all are welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I got to run over to the Russell Innovation Center for Entrepreneurs and take some of my founders here for a tour. Again, welcome to those of you that are new stakeholders. Follow me on LinkedIn. That's the best y'all can do. Just share the information, y'all, okay? And Robert, I will get you uploaded. You guys are so welcome. And if you can make it, I'm always posting events on LinkedIn. Okay, people like Montina, you're everywhere. You can be there too if your ideal clients are there. Don't show up just to be showing up if you don't have a plan. You guys have to have a business development plan. If you see me, it's because I have a plan, okay? All right, so I'm gonna get as much information tomorrow at that public involvement engagement event. I think it's tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow, but I'm gonna get as much information as I can. And just God bless all of you. I'm wishing the best. I'm cheering for your success. So y'all go out there and please, 25 bids this year, minimum 25 bids. I will see y'all next week. Bye.